Alright, so I'm gonna let you guys know. On the Briggs, you do not have to undo the valves to pull the cam out. The manual says you have to, but you don't have to. You can just basically give it a good pull and the cam will come out and the valves are still in place. Now when you go to put it back in, it's going to be a little tricky, but only thing you really need, I just used a 3/8, 7/16, and one of these wrenches right here. And basically the only thing you do is put it down in here under the valve and just like rest it there. And then one goes on the intake and then push it, and then one over here. And then basically, if you got this one on the intake, that'll hold the valve for you. On the intake over here will hold the valve for you. And then the exhaust, the only thing you do is put these pieces in here. Basically just put it in the thing, lift up the spring by pushing down on it, and it'll move it up enough that you can slide the cam down in there. Alright, so there's that. See, my other rod that blew up, or one that had to, wait, those are 40 rods. I needed 42, so I salvaged them out of this block. So I got them right there already, basically ready to go in. But I had to swap a crank over because you can see that squaring. But anyways, I'll give you guys a look at the oil mods real quick. Okay, oil mod 1. Basically, you drill this hole a lot bigger. Oil mod number 2. I gotta clean these up, but basically it's a hole in the cap. And number 3, if you look on the crank, see right there it's ground. Over here it's ground. And then basically all that is so when the oil flinger is basically flinging it up into the motor. Fuck. As soon as it's anyways, while it's flinging it up into the motor, it's flinging it up on top of those rods. And basically, how they have them lubricated is they just got one hole and that's it, a sealed cap. How I'm doing it is basically doing that and doing a little lip, so when oil is getting flung, basically this is upside down, but the oil is getting flung onto the motor, it's gonna go catch on the crank and then drip down into the guides where the connecting rods go on the crank. But alright, yeah, so just FYI, if you guys got a 292 crank, it's a 42-inch crank, or 42-inch block crank. If you got that, then you're going to need 42-inch pistons. If you're going to run the 292 crank with 40 pistons, it's not going to work. Like, everything will assemble and it will seem like it works. Then you put the heads on, and the pistons hit the heads, so they don't fully retract and the motor will lock up. But, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get all this old silicone off. Well, I don't even know why I'm doing that right now. I just gotta put the pistons in real quick. And if you guys know the old trick to putting pistons in using a hose clamp, I'll post one to the group. It's a pretty easy trick. Basically just get a hose clamp, clamp it around the rings, tighten it down, and then line your piston up and then push it in. But alright, I'll get back to you guys.